Alright guys, welcome to my channel. Guys, so Imo State has been flooded with Fulani herdsmen. As a matter of fact, I would say these are all bandits. And how are we going to even be able to control this? Alright, because looking at it, we have more of these Fulani bandits than even the Ebubagos that we have in Imo State. So how can you control this? Alright, this is just a clear manifestation of what Prophetess Ma said concerning what is going to begin to happen in Nigeria. All right, and gradually, the government has given these people the privilege, the go ahead order to go into any village, any community, any city as much as they can. All right, so we're just hoping that this whole thing doesn't escalate to, taking the life of others. And if you look over here, you will find out that while these young men they were passing, someone was standing by, all right, videoing them, and two of them came to the one videoing and was asking him, "Why are you videoing us?" Right? Please, if you are an Igbo man or you are Igbo girl, Igbo boy, please do us well to share this video. All right, because our villages and our towns, all right, our homes have been flooded with bandits. This one is being circulated all over Nigeria. This is how they are entering people's community. All right, you all know very well that Trump has already told them he's coming, and definitely Trump is coming. But they have also promised Nigerians that if Trump should step his feet in Nigeria, that they are going to start something that will never have an end. All right, so without wasting much of your time as well, I want you guys to go through a particular video that I'm about to post to you right now. This video happened on Sunday and it's been trending on his social media. All right, how Fulani herdsmen or bandits or what do I call them, whether jihadists, all right, they invaded the church, and at the end of the day, lives were lost. All right, there was violence, and they made away with some of the church members that actually came to come and worship God right there in the church. All right, so we're also going to see all that updates and also updates about Nnamdi Kanu's fate tomorrow. Right, so we'll see all that. And please, just in case you're first time meeting us, please don't forget to hit on the subscription button and then turn on the post notification bell for more updates from this channel. So let's go straight into the video, and I'll be right back.
I thank you. I do not know, man.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
When Adam Soshimole was arrested, I was in the protest with Chimobana.
Late Chimobana.
Late Chimobana. We were there in Lagos. When we heard that he has been arrested by the SSS, we intensify our protest. What are we talking about? Why should you now want to destroy what we are known for? That's why I say that I'm not happy with the president, because I was seeing him as a Democrat. But you can never know who somebody is until you give the person power. So this particular son of Hamas, Nnamdi Kanu, yes, you are not the person that arrested him. But now that you have come on board, I thought that first day you said that subsidy is gone. You would have used that opportunity. Everything that has to do with Nnamdi Kanu discontinued. My brother, come. What is the problem? I just came in. Why are you agitating? Why do you want to be on your own? Tell us. You are my son. You are my brother. What is the problem? Can we talk? So he went and said, look at what I'm agitating. Look at what I'm agitating for Biafra as a result of this. You said, okay, why not allow me? Give me time. Let me see how I can address all those issues. Because from what I'm seeing, will be more formidable if we are one. There's no need of everybody disintegrating. Let's see how we can make it. You start addressing all those issues that gave rise to the agitation. Even his supporters will say, okay, since this man have done it, let us. So this is how all this have been done. Not you are keeping him, rather you are sending police and the military to go and negotiate with the real bandits. They are coming to meeting with a AK-47, bull, Karashika, and what have you. And you are keeping this one. Anytime he's coming to court, you deploy all the whole army, give us 30 persons, police give us 400 persons, making mockery of Nigeria. And those who are supposed to advise you are not giving you the real advice. So that is why I said he is a person that is with him.
Let's look at it. How do you feel as a lawyer seeing some of these judgments from the courts? How do you feel?
I feel bad. But I don't want to go into that. I have taken a judge to court to NJC. I don't want to go into the details because you are not a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. You engage me that please I should represent you, and you don't need to be a lawyer to know that once you have okay. Let me just use something like land. And the court said anybody with his CFO, anybody with his this should be declared the owner of the land. And I have this. And anybody with this should not be declared. And the other person have this. Only for you to change it. Only for the judge to change it. You that is my client, what will you ask me? Because you don't need to be a lawyer for you have read it. That's one of the things Nnamdi Kanu is complaining. And that's one of the things that he made some of us that we should allow him to handle his case. Just like as I told you, my duty is in court. My duty first is to the court before my client. If I enter court as a lawyer, I'm a worshiper in the temple of justice. I don't know whether you know what I'm saying.
Wow.
And my Lord is the Lord who is the master of the court. So I'm a worshiper. So my client whom I'm representing, my own duty to him is secondary, while that of court is first. Or say something in terms of ruling. What I'm expected to do is as the court pleases. No matter how I grieve, I will say as the court pleases, my Lord, we thank you for the ruling. Then if you now want to go on appeal, you go on appeal. But you that is a lawyer, how can you see that judgment, that you know that it is wrong? You know that it is wrong. And your lawyer is thanking my Lord for that ruling. I don't know whether you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
you feel somehow. When we see a lot of things happening in court, you begin to ask yourself questions. My book on terrorism will come out by February. Now, in terrorism is a crime. Now, for you to prove the offense of terrorism, there must be A, B, C, D. And the law said if you have A, B, C, and there is no D, it will collapse. But in the situation whereby the law said A must be there, B must be there. You did not prove A that is there, B that is there. You now go to D. And the person you are trying, you said, no, my Lord, you said this A must be there. And he said, don't worry. I will address A when I finish D. He said, no. My Lord, the law said that you must do A, do B, do C before you get to D. So in that particular position, as a lawyer, I will say as the court pleases. And I will leave it at that.
Even in pains.
Even in pains. So you that is not a lawyer who is my client, you may not understand it. You may say, but I would have just tell me that is the issue. So you are asking why all these judgments pencil off. I'm not doing any other thing. This is my own Obeta market. This is my own Pachanja market. This is my own Use market. So when people begin to lose confidence in the judiciary, what will I be doing? I have a client, I think I told you this in the other day. I have a client, he has 6 duplexes there in Guarempa. People are living there. They are not paying. He said, Max, just eject everybody there. Tell me your price without court. Don't go to court. Use anything. He's living in Canada with the family. I said, no, there is nothing. He said, is it court? He said, yes, let them leave. Don't even bring. I pleaded. He said, no. If it is Nigerian court, forget about it. I said, okay, let me use my money now and be doing it. He said, if it's Nigerian court, forget about it. The wife now called. So there is no any other way you can do this thing. I said, there is no. He said, can't you use Ambanga? Can't you use a tout? Can't you use pay police money? I said, no. They were either saying, they say there is no judiciary in Nigeria. So that is the and when if it continues like that, we are leading to the state of anarchy. I saw one who told the clients, do you think that I'm going to court? I will do something that I will do here. Is there people that will come and take me to court, to police? A very big bad threat. Better leave. Left. So it's discouraging. It's not good.
All right, let's go to the case you have against you instituted against the NMA. What's it? Association. What's it all about?
Well, my dear brother, it's rather unfortunate the kind of society we're in. It started in this way. Nnamdi Kanu was at the DSSS, passing through a lot of having a lot of medical issues. So, I pleaded with us that we should talk to DSSS, that let DSSS allow him to get his own private doctor, which we pleaded. So DSSS now said that we should also bring our own daughter. So we now brought Professor Martin Aj. Professor Martin Aj was the former Provost College of Medicine, Professor Emeritus, former Dean, Faculty of Science, Faculty of Medicine, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He is retired, Professor Emeritus. So we brought him, he now came and examined Nnamdi Kanu. After examining Nnamdi Kanu, he wrote a report that Nnamdi Kanu should be taken to National Hospital medication. So based on that report, we now apply to court. We told DSSS said they cannot take him except there is an order of court. We now apply to court for court to order the SSS to take him there. Lo and behold, they will file the motion. And the prosecution filed a counter affidavit deposed by another medical doctor, the SSS medical doctor, countering all those things Professor Haj said. And Professor Haj take specimen of Nnamdi Kanu, run test, gone through the distance, and were able to examine what is disturbing this man and wrote. Now, you that has never examined Nnamdi Kanu, you never had any issue, any this thing with him. You now write a counter affidavit countering what Professor Haj said, saying that is a lie. I've never seen that kind of medical misconduct in my life. We petition the man to Nigerian Medical Council. Of course, in their way. I've written about 2 petitions there. They don't read the petition. They normally do collaborate. I can tell you this, speaking by experience. Now, when the matter now came up, when the issue now came up, we now approach court with respect to his health. And that was when Nnamdi Kanu was about to open his defense. So the court now said, directed Nigerian Medical Association to examine the health condition of Nnamdi Kanu, and 2, whether Nnamdi Kanu is fit to stand trial. That was the order of court. So court adjourned. I think gave them 8 days. So while Nnamdi Kanu was in his cell room at the DSSS, waiting for the medical association to send people that will come and carry out the order of court, you never see them. The thing we now saw in court is medical report. So, and they serve us through our lead counsel, then Kalakabi, they serve us in court. I said, So before I could say Jack Robinson, Nnamdi Kanu entered court. I was the person that said, Maz, look at the medical report these people wrote. He said when? Before we could say Jack Robinson, the court now, my lord now entered inside the court. So Nnamdi Kanu was there, we were unable to say it, to discuss with him. The prosecution now say, my lord, in line with court order, my lord, we have done the medical, look at the report. My lord adopted it. So it was after court when I asked Nnamdi Kanu, I said nobody came to examine him. Where did they get the sample and the distance? They used to write this report. And in that report, they wrote a lot of things. We said what? Now, we now call them, we notify them. How do you people manage to come up with this report? And they did not do anything. They were making noise about it. To worsen the issue, the court ordered. The court made the order. The medical report came earlier before the order. I think that order was made, is that in the last week of September. I've forgotten the date the order was made. That was when the order was made, or 8th of October, thereabout. But the order, the report now came there a date that came before the order. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. Now, does it mean that what actually happened? So I began to inquire, and the court also ordered that the chief medical director of National Hospital should be involved. They sidelined him. Then what happened? If you should ask me, I don't know what happened. But do you make any inference? Yes, I make inference. Inference I made is that these people must have collected money from federal government. They must have collected bribe and to behave in such a manner. Otherwise, I don't know what will make a medical doctor who was sworn in to protect lives, to save life, will go and write a report of somebody, medical report. No psychology, no medical psychology into that thing. Because one, somebody may be physically fit, but the person will not be mentally fit. You need to examine the person very well. Somebody you may be seeing somebody talking, but you don't know that the person is having a lot of issues. You need to calm the person down. You need to work on his psyche, work on his mental. before you now ask him to enter trial. They wrote that report, and they said that from their own findings, he's fit to face trial.
You can now complete your British master degree entirely online in just 1 year. During the program,
and they said that from their own findings, he's fit to face trial. Shame on Nigerian Medical Association, and I'm believing that up to now, Nigerian members of Nigerian Medical Association has not even moved a motion that those people, their leaders should step aside. They don't know their left and right. They are fraudsters. I'm saying it and without missing words, because you are playing with somebody's life. A case of this magnitude. Now, Nnamdi Kanu have sued them for 50 million naira. Let me see how they will come out of it.
Let's move a little bit away from that. The politics in Nigeria now. The last time we talked about shrinking civil space, and it looks as if it's not even ending very soon. Are we on that threat now? The way things, PDP today, it was tear gas, gunshots, fight, and the likes that happened at the PDP secretariat today. What does it portend to our democracy?
Danger. We are heading to the state of anarchy. We are already in the state of hopelessness. You see, I pity for everybody, because thank God that there are some politicians who cannot travel outside Abuja or Lagos. They can't even go to Benin Republic. I know what I'm telling you. I know what I'm saying. I'm an international activist. They cannot. You are more free than them. You see, when things are happening, because one of the things that will make somebody a responsible person is your ability to accept your mistake and know that you have a problem. In those days, my father, they used to say that, if you expose sickness, sickness will go. How can somebody tell you that we are having problem in Nigeria, and you are saying that we don't have problem? And you are recruiting some persons to be coming to social media, coming to listen to talk rubbish.